What kind of weird stuff have you found inside of panels? Let's get into that. Have you ever been a little nervous to open a load center or a panel board? Of course not. You don't expect to find anything in there except for the breakers, that are supposed to be in there. Well, as an electrician, you should know that that's not always going to be the case. Take this first box for example. Now, you want to talk about a little bit of box fill? Wow! Whatever little rodents or bugs got into this four square, they like it cozy. Now how about this little nest? I know that live electrical parts need to be insulated, but this might be taken just a little too seriously. I think the mice misunderstood just a little bit. Now occasionally, you'll find the little guys that make the nest, and you can see that they don't always get out. Well, perhaps laying off the midnight snacks would help out just a little bit. But speak about overeating, how about this little guy? Well, maybe not so little. Now if you can't tell, this was a rat that had just a little too much to eat as well. It was able to check into the disconnect hotel, but it could never leave. Now speaking of not being able to leave, this little guy had been waiting for a while to get some fresh air. Doesn't look like the most comfortable way to die if you ask me. But enough of the mundane, everyday mouse in a meter story. Let's get to some exciting stuff. How about a raccoon? I don't know how a raccoon would get into such an enclosure, but I'm sure it didn't take long for the owners of the building to find out what was going on. Now you're not always going to find dead things inside of enclosures. You might just find a friendly little frog that's lost his way. Or perhaps a hive of some sort. I just hope that these are at least honeybees. But I think what would freak me out the most would be opening up a panel and having this guy staring at me. I'm not the only one who doesn't like snakes. Even snakes don't like snakes. You can see in this picture that running from the enemy ended in tragedy for both parties. Word of advice, if you're gonna try to hide, don't do it near anything energized. And last but not least, since we've covered mice and snakes, how about getting them together for a photo shoot? Thanks for watching Stuff Electricians Should Know. If you have something interesting that you think electricians should know, hit me up, send me some pictures or some videos. We'll get the word around. So until next time, you know what time it is. It's time to stay grounded.